Hello, my fellow YouTubers. It's me again, Carlita, your Spice Queen. Yes, it's me again. I'm here with the word on the curb. The word on the curb. And we will be discussing today Roe v. Wade. Yes, Roe v. Wade. Now that Roe v. Wade has been overturned, what's plan B? What do we do next? What is plan B? So, before we get started, let me ask you all to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can be alerted the next time I put up a video. Comment. Please let me know if you have any suggestions, things you might want to share, things you might want me to talk about. Please comment. Do not hesitate to comment. And last but not least, share. Please share the video. Hopefully we can reach more spicers, get more members. That will be great. Now, without further ado, it saddens me. It saddens me to have this discussion with you all, Roe v. Wade. Okay, to share this particular topic, it really, really saddens me. You know, on Friday, June the 24th, just past Friday, that day will go down in history. Okay? Will go down in history. That's the day was the beginning. Was the beginning to the end of a woman's right to choose. That's right. June the 24th, Friday. Fridays won't even be the same for a lot of women. But June the 24th will go down in history as the day and the beginning to the end of the infamous Roe v. Wade. A woman's right to choose. Okay, now, I'm going to read a couple of excerpts from the Miami, what's this? The New York, I'm sorry, let me get it together here. Because I've been reading so many different articles. And this particular one in here, I think it's the Miami Herald. That's what this is. It's the Miami Herald. And so let me just put this thing in order the right way, because that's how I got screwed up. Okay? So, well, as I said, I'm going to put the link in my description so that if you want to go and read this in great details, you can. Okay? So, let's just get started. Okay, so the article reads like this. Okay? It's the Miami Herald. Okay? And this particular article is by Julia Marnin. And it was updated on May 3rd, 2022. Now, you may ask yourself, why is she reading an article that's dated back in May the 3rd? Well, as I read on, you will understand why. Okay, so, Roe v. Wade. What to know after Supreme Court confirms leaked documents. That's why I'm reading an article that's dated May the 3rd, because on May the 2nd, some information was leaked. Let me read on, okay? In 1973, the U.S. Supreme Court made a woman's right to choose legal throughout the country in a groundbreaking decision during Roe v. Wade case. During the Roe v. Wade case. Nearly 50 years later, on the evening of Monday, May the 2nd, Politico published a 98-page leaked draft of a majority opinion written by Justice Samuel Alito that said the Supreme Court is striking down its Roe v. Wade decision. The Supreme Court confirmed the document as legitimate in a statement on Tuesday, May 3rd. Okay, so this is why this article is old, because I want to go back when it was actually leaked. And I was hoping and praying back then when I heard it on the news. I was praying that it wasn't true. You know, I was praying that it wasn't true. But as the article read, on the next day, Supreme Court confirmed that that particular legislation or that information was legitimate. I mean, listen, I am not in childbearing years, okay, but I'm a woman, okay, and I have a daughter, and I have a granddaughter, and it concerns me, okay. You know, we love life and love living it, but sometimes, depending on what a situation may be, that's a hard choice for any woman to have to make, to choose whether or not, you know, that choice. Okay? And 9 times out of 10, most women can't even think of having to make that type of choice. Okay? If it was in the perfect world, we wouldn't even have to make that choice. Okay? But 50 years of a legislation, a right to choose, and just one vote. You know, the vote was 5-4, okay? 5-4. One vote struck down an almost 50-year, okay? 5 decades, a half a century, okay? Right for women, the choice, a choice. A right for women to choose, the right to choose, okay? So I'm just trying to avoid the A word, to be honest. Trying to avoid the A word. Okay, and so yeah, one vote. Okay, now as we speak, let me just go ahead on and jump ahead because I wanted to give you all the names of. As I said, it took one vote because you had 4 on each side. Well, 4 Democrats, 5 Republicans. Okay? I personally feel Supreme Court should be even. If it's going to be just, it should be even. It should be 5 of each. Okay? Because this way, if it's 5 on each, there's an equilibrium, there's a balance. So when one judge on the other side, however they might want to put it, it's not based on politics. It's based on the people, what the people need, what the people want. Okay, not what this particular side of the Supreme Court. It's just so political there. Okay? So if you got 4 and you got 5, come on. Does it really matter who the president of the United States is? Really, if you think about it, because every time something goes to the Supreme Court, it's going to be struck down. I personally feel it should be 5 on each side. Okay? So, if they cannot mesh together, then go back down to where it came from, to the lower court. To the lower court. I don't think either side should be able to have the upper hand. Okay? I think it should be a balance. All right? A balance from right and wrong. You know, if I am a judge, I can't be bothered with what part if I'm a Republican or Democrat. These people out here, you know, our constituents, your neighbor, your friend. Okay, we vote for judges and things like that when we go to the voting booth. Not for them to get up there and start acting like they're running the nation like come on. You're there to be just and fair. Well, how dare you strike down a 50-year-old a woman's right to choose? I mean, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, let me not rant. Okay, now let's get the names. Let's get the names of the 5 judges that struck down Roe v. Wade. Okay? All right? And go. So let me just read. Roe v. Wade was on a collision course with the Constitution from the day it was decided. Okay? And now that was a quote. Roe was on a collision course with the Constitution from the day it was decided. Okay? And this was written by Alito. Judge Alito wrote that. End quote. Okay? 4 other justices sided with Alito. Now we know about Alito. Okay, so he's definitely a far right wing Republican, which that's what he chooses to be. But I'm not knocking it. So Alito. Okay, so the other four justices that sided with him was Clarence Thomas, Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, you know, the infamous Kavanaugh, okay, and Amy Coney Barrett. Sources told Politico and CNN, okay? These are the five judges that allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly because I'm reading it, okay, from the Miami Herald, right? But it says that, again, four justices cited. It was Alito, Clarence Thomas, Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett. Those are the five judges that voted down Roe v. Wade. Okay? Now, what is Roe v. Wade? Okay? So I'm going to read this real quick. Quote. This is a quote from President Biden. What is Roe v. Wade? Quote. Roe has been the law of the land almost 50 years. 50 years. Almost 50 years. And basic fairness and the stability of our law demand that it not be overturned. President Joe Biden said in a statement on May 3rd. Okay? The end quote was overturned. Okay, in a 7-2 vote, the Supreme Court ruled on January 22nd, 1973, that under the U.S. Constitution, due process clause of the 14th Amendment, citizens have a right to privacy, and this protects a woman's decision to choose. Okay? The opinion was delivered by Justice Harry A. Blackmun in 1973. All right? So, again, from what I understand, from what I wrote, privacy. A right to privacy. That's what that is. A right to privacy. So when a woman or a man or whoever go into their doctor's office, what goes on in there is private. Okay? It's not for the world to see or the world to choose or the world to know. In order for your private and medical business to be spread and given, they have to subpoena it. Okay, so can any Joe Schmo go to your doctor's office demands to know, well, she was in there for a while. Okay, so what's going on with her? That's her business. This is why in 1973, this was enacted. Where Roe v. Wade was enacted is because it's private. It's private what a woman do with her body or her health, the same as men. Nobody go telling them they gotta have a vasectomy. You understand? Just, prevent from getting women pregnant. They're not doing anything like that. Okay, so this is why this was enacted. And it is a shame. After almost 50 years that it was struck down. I personally feel that it was struck down. That's how I personally feel. Okay, see, now, after that has been struck down, it may matter who's worse. I believe last year in the state of Texas, they had, now I believe, now I can't be 100% sure, but I believe they struck down, made it illegal to have an abortion in the state of Texas. Now, I don't know the full details about it, but I do know that it definitely happened, and I should have researched it a little more. I apologize about that, but as a result of the overturning of Roe v. Wade, at least 13 states would immediately ban a right to choose. Axios. Now, this is Axios. AXIOS reported These states are, these states are, 13 of them would immediately ban women from choosing. Is Texas? Now, I believe Texas already, but okay. So Texas is one of them. Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri, South Dakota, North Dakota, Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho. Now there definitely will be no, women rights to choose there. So women and ladies out there, okay, when you decide to reside or move to a certain area or state, you might want to take these particular laws into consideration. Okay, so don't go move into those states if you care about your rights to choose, because allegedly, from what I just read, those 13 states are just ready. They are, if they're not signing the law right now, who knows, right? So, all right, now, after all that being said, okay, now we went through that. Okay, we went through that now. So, after the Roe-v-Wade has been overturned and everything, as I said, I'm going to put the link to this in my description to this article, the Miami Herald. Okay, as I said, it was on May the 2nd. Now, now that Roe v. Wade has been overturned, so now what's Plan B? What is Plan B? Literally, what do we do next? Where do we do next? Where do women go? Who do they turn to? How does this work? Well, Plan B is two things. Plan B is what we do next. That's the second plan. And Plan B is a literal contraceptive. It is a contraceptive. It is a day after pill. It is a pill that's used that after you have a situation, whatever not. And then in the morning after, you take a Plan B. Okay, Plan B is the day after pill. And right now you can get it over the counter and everything. But the problem with Plan B is that it is so freaking expensive. It's very expensive, $40 and $50, I believe. Yeah, what I read, it's so expensive, and they may stop you from being able to buy that the way things are going, like without a prescription or what have not. And I hope that doesn't happen. But anyway, so I say Plan B. Now I did a video May the 22nd. If you check my videos on Megan Thee Stallion, okay, and Plan B, and how she will not back down, and how leave women's bodies alone. Okay, now Megan Thee Stallion has nothing to do with what I'm saying. I'm just saying, literally, she got a new album out. I mean, new record, and I love it, Plan B and everything. Megan, that's my girl and everything. But she's out there fighting a good fight. She has been. She has been, because remember, Megan is from Texas. And this thing happened in Texas already. So this is why, it was on the forefront with her. I didn't really take it, like serious. But now, this young woman has stepped onto something. Okay? So, Plan B need to be reduced at these CVS's and Walmarts and things of that nature. It's like $40 or $50. I mean, it's just crazy at this day and time and age that you have a woman right to choose has been stripped away from her. You know what? I'm gonna have to. This is all I have to discuss about this particular topic. It's very upsetting and everything. As I said, I have a daughter. I have a granddaughter. Is what I'm saying, and they're at childbearing years, and I wouldn't want them to have to be in a situation where they are forced to go and have a procedure done that's not done correctly or improper. You know, women usually lose their lives because this thing is serious. I mean, they were going in back alleys and they were doing all kinds of things to have this particular thing taken care of. So, all right, let's pray and just keep our heads up, ladies, and that's all we can do. And no, that's not all we can do. Vote. Go to the voting booth. We must make a difference at the voting booth. Put in senators, representatives. We got to change these things, and that's the way to do it. Okay? So I'm done with this video. This is all I have to say. I hope that it has been informative and everything. It's been a serious situation for me. I mean, it took me a minute to even have the heart to even do the video. Not the heart, but just to feel to do it. Okay? So, this is it, and I will see you on my next video.